How do you get rid of negative equity?
It's a question that I get all the time. Negative equity. People have these 72-month, that's 6 years, sometimes 7-year loans because their payment's low. And then a couple of years go by and they realize, I don't want that car anymore. How can I get out of it? I went to the dealership. They told me that my car's worth $5,000, $10,000 less than what I owe. It's not good. Hence, the frown faces. The number one way to get out of it, if you're gonna look to buy a new car, is to lease. I'm gonna write it down because visualizing is the way to go. So what leasing does is that manufacturers, for leases, they give special rebates, special promotions, special discounts. They have to hit numbers. So you can take that negative equity, that 5 to 10 grand, and put it into a lease. Now, someone might say, well, wouldn't that make my payment super high? Yes, more than likely, yes. Sometimes it'll be manageable. I mean, hopefully overall it'll be manageable. But what it does is a lease, instead of paying another 72 to 84 months, which is 7 years, guys. Do you know anything about what you're gonna be in 7 years from now? Nobody does. I don't know. I can't tell you what I was doing 7 years ago, never mind 7 years in the future. So a lease usually goes from 24, 36, and 48 months. Money spot usually being right at 36 months, which is 3 years, right? So you take a negative equity, you're negative $10,000, and then now that gets put into the new car for 36 months. Now you can pay off that negative equity in 36 months, which would have taken you the balance of your original loan, which we all know, probably out of warranty, all that stuff. You know, when a brand new car, the only thing you worry about is the payment. So I sell used cars. I don't do leasing, but I'm telling you, if you have a big negative equity situation and you gotta get out of a car quickly, number one way to do it is leasing. Number two way is to make more frequent payments. Now, well, what do you mean? You're not gonna make double payments, so I can barely afford my payment now. No, what I want you to do is, this is gonna be a weekly or bi-weekly idea. Now you say, well, I'm paying the same amount of money, so how's that really gonna help me? Now it's gonna be a slow trickle. You might save yourself 10 to 15 months on your current auto loan by doing this, which is still a lot, guys. But you gotta look at it like this. The loan balance on your current loan, say you owe 30 grand, they're charging you whatever that percentage yearly every day. So the auto loans, they charge you every day. They have some math problem they do, and they charge you per day for that interest. So whatever the balance is sitting at on that day, they charge you. So if you make if your balance is 30 grand, say you have a $400 payment, just using round numbers. So now that $400 payment, you pay $100 in a week. Well, this number is now dropped. I'm not gonna write it out. We all know that's $29,900. However, this interest rate is compounding on that number. So if you make a payment on a Friday, and then the following Friday, and the following Friday, for even a small amount of money, the amount of money that is accrued for interest will actually be smaller, and then it just compounds on itself. So instead of paying, we're back up here, this 72 months on this 30 grand, you might pay 65, you might pay 62. So basically what you're doing is that you're taking a shortcut in your payments. They can only charge you per day for what the balance is, so you're cutting them to the chase. Now again, if you have a vehicle that's higher in mileage or no warranty and things like that, this will still be a little bit stressful. But if you have a plan from the beginning to do that, then you'll be in good shape. Which leads me to the last one. This last one, I'm a used car dealer, or I work at a used car dealer, I should say. So this particular one is one that I would say, from my vantage point, that I would go with. Again, I'm telling you, the leasing is probably the best idea if you have a lot of negative equity, you don't like your car, or you don't like the situation, you need a bigger car, yada yada, or you had a warranty, all this kind of stuff. But for a used car, number 3 is a short-term loan with warranty. Now, you're going to say right away, you probably say, is my payment going to go up? Is my payment going up? Yes. 100% yes, 98% yes, whatever the case is. But what you're doing here is you're finding a vehicle that you really, that solves all the major problems you're trying to fix and do a short-term loan. What do I mean by short-term loan? Again, it's like at least 36 months, 48 months, 3 or 4 years. Any more than that, guys, really 3 years is about the time you can figure out where you're going to be in 3 years and what's going to go on. And it's easier to do that. But again, when you're only doing 36 months, it eats up that negative equity quickly. So while it might be stressful, in a year, 12 months later, you only have 24 months left. And now you're really going to be cooking with this negative equity, which was 10 grand of negative, will be like 2, like in a year. So then you can, like, again, it'll be stressful, but that is really the best way to do it. And what do I mean by warranty? You want to be protected, guys. If you're going to be doing something like this, where you're maxing out on your payments, you definitely want to make sure that you're not paying for any unwanted repairs. I wouldn't walk out of that building with at least a powertrain warranty. And if you got like all the gadgets and gizmos that are in your car, radio, the buttons on the sides, anything that can break and that causes some heartache there, you want to make sure that you are protected with a good warranty, preferably a warranty that covers the term of the loan. If you're getting a warranty that's less than the amount of term, I would make sure that as soon as that warranty runs out, you're done with that loan and trade out of it then.
Oh, wait. There's one special way to do it.
Follow me. So this way to do it is to call your insurance, get gap, wait 45 days, and then let's just take 1 second. All right, the tree, and crash that car. Obviously, I'm just kidding. That is fraud. You can't do that, and you go to jail for that. And I think you still have to pay your car payment when you're in jail, which is not good. So hopefully, guys, this was helpful. I understand the rudimentary showing of this. I don't have the space yet. One day I'll make it to the top with all your help, and this will be in a much better space. Hopefully for now, if you have any questions, hit me up, and I'm looking forward to helping you.